the Luarks in this celebration. It's a great honor to be here and just find a lot of joy in the time being. Well, I'm not as good as Jeremy. I kind of got to read my little deal here. This is not exactly my forte, but I do the best I can here. The first time I remember Dehryll Galloway was in 1971 or 72. He showed up in our driveway in hunting season in a Volkswagen Bug with Bill Strong. They had gotten our name from the famous Dick McAdoo, who previously hunted with the Luarks. Dehryll was young, good-looking, dressed to kill, with a big personality and lots of character. But above all, maybe I better put sorry.
Chad's like, Ann's been saying that.
Dressed to kill with a big personality and lots of character. A true Texan. But above all, Dehryll had that Galloway smile. As big as Texas itself. My whole family fell in love with him immediately. If you ever met him, you never forgot him. People would always say, "Oh yeah, the guy from Texas. I remember him." Who could have ever imagined from the first time seeing him that he would grow into the most incredible friend a person could ever have? Dehryll came to Colorado every year, sometimes 2, sometimes 3 times a year for the next 40 and 45 years up to our place, bringing his family and anyone he could fit in or tag along. I have the most unbelievable memories with him, and these memories are some of the most treasured possessions that I hold. So many great hunts, kills, big hot fires, wonderful laughs, 4th of Julys, and the fireworks that he always brought, and relaxing floats fishing down the river by the cabin. And oh yes, the memories of him and the black mule that he always rode. I wish I had the time to share all these memories with you, and I would love to hear yours too, as well. There's certainly not enough time. But here's one story I will always remember. It was hunting season, and this hunt was just Dehryll and I. It started out at daylight, leaving from the cabin, riding the mules a couple hours together, and then splitting up, agreeing to meet at the parks, a remote, rough area, an area not many people ever got to. Dehryll and his mules were very familiar with this place, and a big storm was predicted and headed our way, so we had lots of gear, and we were well prepared. After mid-afternoon, the storm came in with a real force, rain and snow. I got to the parks, built a big fire, and it got real foggy. You couldn't see anything. It was deadly quiet. I waited as long as I could possibly wait, late afternoon, but I was worried. I was really worried. Dehryll never showed up, and that was not like Dehryll. He was always there. He was never afraid to ride far enough. If anyone would be there, it would be Dehryll. Before I left the park area, I rode around and made sure that he was not there. At the very last turn, there he was. He had a nice fire built, and he was sitting comfortably under a big tree, waiting for me. He said calmly as I rode up, "I knew you would be coming." Most people would have been long gone with the first snowflake. As we were getting his things packed and tied on the mule to leave, the mule turned his head and looked. and here came a nice bunch of elk with a nice bull in the back. Snowing as hard as it could snow, Dehryll killed that bull, and I shot a cow. We boned out the 2 elk using flashlights to see. We built up the fire and spent the night right there. Snowed about 18 inches that night of real wet, heavy snow. Huddled up next to the fire, wrapped in a couple of elk hides. Daylight sure looked welcome. They were sure happy to see us when we got back home, too. Times like these, you can see what kind of a man really is, especially the one within himself. These kind of trips bring out the very worst or the very best in a person. And I am proud to have called this man, Dehryll, one of my best friends. We knew each other pretty darn well. From fishing down the Green River in Utah to the lakes of North Canada, on the flat tops to King Mountain and Sunnyside, he was always ready for a little trip. So as we all celebrate his life here today, I can assure you one thing. He will be waiting comfortably for you and I under the tree of life and in the warmth of God's wonderful, in the tree of life and in the wonderful warmth of God's light. And I am looking forward to hearing him calmly say, "I knew you would be coming." Thank you, Dehryll, for all you did for us and all you still do, especially the Luarks. Goodbye, my friend, until we meet again.